Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter, no, 'cause I got you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hey, pals, buds, and lovelies. Welcome back to Musing and Musing with
Megan
and Hannah.
Episode 60. Please, someone know what I'm talking about. Please,
I'm sure somebody will. Not me.
If I can find it, I'll put the. It's a funny fucking video. Okay, first and foremost, trust and believe.
It's always gonna be a funny video.
I'm gonna put it in the description if I can find it for you guys. So,
what do you think of our costumes? It was like, this is what I had in my closet from probably 4 years ago. Something like that, maybe.
So fun fact, neither one of us likes mustard.
Yeah, bro. We did rock, paper, scissors for the ketchup.
I won.
Yeah, that was hard fought. Yeah.
It was like
all the way
me
to round
and then
3.
Hannah and then me. Yeah, we had to make it all the way to 3.
Yeah.
And now here we are.
Here we are. Well, happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Freaking love Halloween.
Freaking love that.
Actually don't love Halloween. But after Halloween, you know what happens?
I like the vibes. Holidays. We got Thanksgiving. We have Christmas.
Hanukkah.
What's another one?
I don't know.
Holidays. We have a lot of holidays coming up.
We got any Kwanzaa people?
There's just a lot of holidays. So
There's a lot
I
of
hope
holidays.
we're ready to celebrate them however you want to fucking celebrate them.
Period. Happy holidays, motherfuckers. All right, we thought for the Halloween edition we would talk about some spooky things.
Yeah, spooky, scary things.
You know what the spookiest thing of all is?
Dating
Dating apps, specifically.
apps, yeah.
So, I need to get my piece out first. Me and Harrison did break up in early August. We spent a few weeks trying to work on that. It didn't work out. But nothing but love and respect for Harrison still to this day.
Yes.
To this day.
To this day.
So, nothing like against Harrison, if anybody, yeah.
Yeah, we love Harrison.
But we are on dating apps now. And by we, I mean Hannah downloaded it, and I'm actively on the
I
dating
actually
app.
got stumped for a second, so I haven't even finished the resume.
What's a lot of freaking pressure?
Well, it's like, of course I'm gonna think this. I'm presenting myself, and I want myself to be like well thought out when it, come on.
It's like a portfolio.
It's a resume. It's fucking scary.
Can we take these costumes off real quick?
Well, yeah, I think I can last with mine a little bit.
No, 'cause I got you.
Okay, so we were messing around in those costumes for a long time. We got hot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we took them off, and we tried to find a Mario and Luigi hat for y'all, but I couldn't find the Mario one.
Feels really good to take those off too.
It really does.
I actually wasn't as hot as you were, but I feel so
I'm wearing
free.
a sweatshirt.
I was so constricted.
But anyway, dating apps.
Dating apps.
That shit is crazy.
It's very scary.
That shit is crazy. Okay, so I thought in my deluded self, I was like, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get to flirt, talk to some people.
It's never easy peasy, is
It's
it?
never finding someone to actually flirt with you. First of all, nobody knows how to flirt. It's bad. We're in a Rizless hell in Louisville, Kentucky. And
that's depressing.
so for me, I've never done girls before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have had
the crushes,
crushes,
but
and
to
kind
actually explore
the weird homo
dating.
friendships. I've had those.
Yeah.
But the actually look at Belly is in the mustard costume.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh, that's lovely.
Poked her head out of the mustard.
You keep chatting, I'll see if I can get a photo.
But yeah, so this is the first time I'm actively trying with girls, and girls are so scary. I'm so scared of them. Because it's you go to the boys' profiles. Here's something about men, okay? I'm about to just...
No, I'm excited for this conversation. Because it needs to be had. It needs to be had.
Well, they're all golfing now. Every one of them is golfing.
Oh, God.
Yeah. You go on there and they're all what's my favorite pastime? And they're beer, golf. Okay. If it's not that, it's rock climbing. The first time I saw rock climbing, I was period, that's kind of interesting.
I thought that was just a lesbian
and then I go to the next one, rock climbing. Next one, golf. Next one, rock climbing. And I'm why is everybody climbing these goddamn rocks?
Hey,
what is going on?
If you're a man and you listen to this podcast, do you rock climb and golf? let me know. I'm curious. Is that like a new, pickleball been really going around?
Yeah.
Everybody's eating that up. Is it golf and rock climbing coming up for the men?
Evidently, yeah.
Wow.
And also, all of them say on their profile somewhere, if you see a golf thing, their pickup line is looking for someone to drive my golf cart.
They don't want me driving their golf cart.
I don't want to drive your golf cart.
No, they don't want me driving. They don't want me driving their golf cart.
I don't want to drive your golf cart, man. And nobody wants to ask me any, like, you go on there, you talking to them, nobody asks any questions. They're all just yapping.
What is up with that? Like, why don't you want to, like, I love when you ask the question and then, like, both, like, answer. Do you know what I mean? We both see our sides of it, and we both see if it's, like, compatible, and, like, and it doesn't matter the question. It could be something serious, like abortion, or it could be something not serious, like, I actually do really like ketchup more than any other sauce in the entire world.
Right, and that says something about a person,
it
right?
does.
So I have Bumble and Hinge. So I at first didn't like Hinge because it was kind of ruining my self-confidence, because the type of people that were like trying to like me, I was like, it was the most respect. How dare you think you have a chance? Like, if I can zoom in and I can tell through a grainy ass picture taken on a Nokia 2 that you don't brush your teeth, and I'm sitting there looking cute as hell in my little profile that has effort in it.
There's nothing wrong that someone like is looking for someone who has good hygiene.
No, there's not.
Yeah.
Or like, and I've always said this, there are no like ugly people. If you know how to take care of yourself, and like,
it's just like people taking care of themselves or not.
Yep. And you have a good personality, and like you kind of like have a sense of style, which a sense of style is so attractive.
They
truly.
do that.
And it's like,
that adds so much flavor to a person.
It
already tells me a lot when I see someone has such like amazing self-expression that I'm like, oh, they just know shit. Yes. We can have conversations. Like, you have a sense of style, so you're gonna know how to have a combo. They've
because
tasted
thought
the
about,
world.
Like, I can tell you're thinking about things, and like that says something about a person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's just like, and the way too, because like I can see the gender experience this has been for me of seeing like the way men interact and the way women interact, and like women are super intimidating to me because they're sending me like these long thought out messages, and I'm like, I'm used to men, so I'm like,
and they'd be like,
whoa,
yeah, my mom did that. Period. That's it. Like, it leaves it at that.
I had one guy, I'm gonna tell my little story. Yeah, I swiped right on him, or like it was Hinge, so like liked him or matched him or whatever, because he had said he was like, I like my worst date experience. I talked about whales too much. And one thing about me, I like to know a thing about a thing.
Go ahead, tell me, man.
Yeah, so I was like, what you be talking about the whales for? Like, what's going on with the whales?
Yeah.
And he was like a naturist or like nature I don't fucking know. And I was like trying to talk to him about the whales, and then like asked him like where he was from, and he was like, not here, like Louisville. And I was like, oh, I'm from here. I was like answering, and he was like, so you know all the best makeout spots. And that was like all I was trying to get was some whales. And like this was so early in the conversation, and I was like, unmatched. Goodbye.
I came here for the whales, man. I came here for the whales. Get out of here.
We can get to the makeout spots in about 4 to 6 weeks. Belly's in the ketchup.
What a sentence. Belly's in the ketchup.
The eagle has landed.
You're seeing it in real time. I'm writing a quote down. Belly's in the ketchup. Anyways.
What was that one I had yesterday that we were like, is that funny, or are we just not sober?
You said, oh, I didn't hear. I was thinking about ducks. I still think it's good.
Funny.
I still think it's good.
But yeah, these dating apps are crazy. But the women's profiles, so well thought out. All their pictures are cute. Like, all of their answers are good. And then it makes me wonder, like, I know we're kind of at a point where we're like, let's treat women, or like, let's apply the same standards to men and women. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's kind of actually pulling women down to be compared to men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, let's bring them up. Rather than us, like, oh, you don't have to worry about how you look, like, because you're a woman. Let's make them also worry about how they're looking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, why are we going that way instead of them coming to us?
Yeah.
Like, let's bring the emotional empathy, like, you know, the feminine traits, I think, need to spread. And especially into these dating profiles.
Like, sprinkle it to literally everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. So yeah, that's sickening. And all the people that I've actually liked, like 2 people have gotten to the point of I was like, okay, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
Not good texters. They just don't text back for like days.
Yeah, and like I don't know, bro. I need that. If I'm trying to get to know you, I'm gonna set time out of my day to think of a message and like really plan it out and then send it to you. I'm gonna take the time to do that. So why are we not doing it? Why is this not a mutual respect?
There's one guy too. This made me sick. The one yesterday, where like my starting thing is your favorite song in your death row meal on Bumble, because that's like the only way a guy can message you first. If for women, either one of you can message first, and it's like it was kind of cool how they did that. But and this one guy said last night by MW and a steak, and I was like unmatched immediately. You've got a nickname for Morgan Wallen?
Morgan Wallen doesn't even know you.
Oh. Ow.
MW.
Unmatched. And then you say with yourself, you're like, do I get the ick too easily? And it's like, no. Honestly, no, I don't.
Because believe it or not, that does tell you a little something about them.
MW. But the way he would vindicate me if I said Cruel Summer by T.S., because that was the equivalent.
Like, oh, come on.
And I love Taylor Swift. And it is not actually the same, because Taylor Swift isn't a flaming piece of shit like Morgan Wallen is. Men just take the bar to hell, don't they?
If there's something beneath that.
Yeah. So I've been working on my queer game.
Yeah.
Trying to get up my queer shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Guys, I'm scared.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how different that is for you.
So am I. Because Megan and I are very different people, and we present very differently. We look very different. Like, I think, and you base it off of photos first for those swipes. So I'm very interested. I'm very interested to see what we're going to get.
That's kind of why you have to put effort into, like, the word parts.
That's what
to make sure you have to get something across
my
by
prompt
yourself.
Needs to be so good. It has sent me 2 notifications, because it's been like 2 days since my Bumble was like, hey, we're waiting on you, and I was like, I'm still thinking, yeah.
I'm thinking about Tinder too, but Tinder's kind of scary to me. Tinder seemed too serious, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah, because it's like that, like when you think of a dating app, the first one that comes to mind is Tinder.
I do think of Tinder first, that is true. Yeah. I'm sure I'll eventually get to that one, because I'm sure it's just going to take a hot fucking minute. For all of them.
Yeah.
I'll start with Bumble. I'll probably do Hinge. And then I'll probably do Tinder. And then, what if we just start doing every single one that exists?
That's ridiculous, isn't it? And still, no one.
Miserable.
No one wants to flirt. Does anyone even flirt these days?
Yeah. No one just wants to flirt.
Yeah. The art of the flirt. Oh, my God.
Why can't you just flirt with anybody and everybody?
Just give me it.
I want it. Give me it. Flirt. I love flirting. I love it.
Me too. And I'm good at it too.
Yeah.
And I hate that you guys are making me fight with a hand behind my back.
Not just a hand, a leg too.
I swear. Scared to get vulnerable out here.
Yeah, and you know what? Anytime I do it too, and it not backfires, because I had no problem doing it, because why are we not being vulnerable with people? Grow up. Not that scary. Get over yourself.
It's a little scary. But yeah, I know what you mean.
But it's we've done it so often now. It's people should just get over that, and then they don't, and then they make you feel weird. And I'm like, well, fuck you.
Yeah. I had one guy who
gave you that. And
I was asking him about his favorite songs and stuff, and I said, are you more this kind of person or this kind of person? I explained myself and said a whole bunch of words.
Yeah.
He said, I'm both.
Cool.
And I literally responded with, buddy, you're gonna have to say more words than that. And then said a whole bunch more words. So I was trying to keep this shit going. He unmatched me.
So fucking fast.
I was like, oh, talking's that hard.
Are we the freaks?
Speaking is that difficult?
I just don't think so. I just don't think so.
Yeah, so I've already thought about deleting all of them already. And I was
that sucks.
Well, I mean, it's not that fun.
I
and what am I doing on this planet if not trying to have a good time? You know what I mean? And it's just disheartening, Wait.
messages. You're talking about books.
9 messages from Lauren, by the way, for the Lauren fans.
Because a book just came out, and I texted her. I was like, bitch, I can't wait to start reading that at work. I think she already started.
How did we manage? I feel like we have, at this point, more fans of Lauren than we do us.
Yeah, and like, hey.
There's 2 people in the comments that are always like, Lauren. Actually, 3. 3 people.
Yeah.
She's not even been on here yet.
Do you guys not like, do you
y'all
guys
are
not
thirsty.
love,
do y'all
do you
need
guys not
some
love
water?
me?
they need some water. Are we not giving the kind of energy you all need from the queer community?
What do you want from me? Yeah. Like, tell me and I'll fucking do it right now. I'll do it right now.
you gonna put on a backwards flat back?
God. Oh, God, if that's what you all want to, I get it.
We're not backwards hat people. Maybe. Actually, let me think.
I've done a backwards hat baseball cap like one time, I think, on this show.
Have you?
At least one time, yeah. But it's because my hair that day, I think I had just gotten it cut, and the way she styles it, it's never with the curls on that first day, so it was very straight and like flatter. So I was like, oh, that looks cute. I'll do a backwards hat. Backwards hats don't look good with how poofy my voluptuous my hair is with the curls.
I would disagree. I think curly hair looks good with a hat.
Okay, I'll try it. It just takes a while to get used to the new style. You know, my hair keeps changing every
so often
time. Yeah, so I just don't know what to do with it sometimes.
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I really could pull off a backwards hat.
Babes, you so could. In a different way.
It's my vibe.
Well, you wouldn't come across like you think you're gonna come across. Do you know what I mean?
What would I come across like?
Are you serious?
I love to know how people perceive me.
I think it would be absolutely adorable if you had a backwards hat on.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Maybe I'll try to pull that off at some point.
Well, if you wear like your little sneakers, your like little Nike sneakers,
my
you know
new
what I'm
ones
talking
I wear?
about?
Yeah.
With your nice light wash jeans.
And a backwards hat?
Yeah, and if you did a little your baggy crew.
Period.
Like the green or the pink.
I love a baggy crew. I don't know if y'all can tell.
Yeah, she really does love a crew. I wish I liked it more. Maybe I'll eventually get into that.
They're very classic. When I get older. You could definitely pull them off.
So classic. I love a crew. I'm sure I'll transition eventually.
But I'm still thinking about this damn dating app. This has been taking over my life. One thing about me, and this is probably mental illness, but I'm sure other people can relate. If I don't have a crush, I don't have a reason to be alive. And like, is that a lot of pressure? Yeah. Is it true? Also, kind of, yeah. I love having a crush. I love nothing more.
It is really fun to have a crush, and it really just takes up your entire brain, doesn't it?
And yeah.
The scenarios that you can create, the stories, it's insane. It's absolutely insane what your brain can do. Like, oh my God.
Oh my God. Having a crush.
And I had one for like a fucking second, like a week or two ago, and it's fucking gone. No joke.
That doesn't happen to me. They come and go. I get one, it dies a little bit, it comes back.
Well, it's also a bit like out of sight, out of mind for me. It's like, yeah.
That's so funny because I actually have an object permanence issue, but I don't forget about the crush.
I have object permanence with people that I'm interested in, apparently.
Not me. The way my brain be making me scenarios, and oh my God,
Though
I love
that's
having
not
a
true
crush.
with friends, I will say.
And when I don't have one in real life, I have to like rely on like a celebrity one, and those are just not real because I have to create a personality for them. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes that's hard work. I'm scared to do that sometimes.
Why?
Because like, what if I get in the habit of doing that? That's what I'm scared of.
Then what'll happen? I've been in the habit of doing that since I was like 10.
Yeah. Well, I meant like with people. Like people I know.
Oh, people you actually know?
Yeah, and then it's like,
that's a slippery
fucking slope. Cool.
I'm more cautious of that. I don't get crushes on people that I actually
I get crushes less than you. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes me a minute, yeah.
So. It doesn't take me a minute. But I come in and out of them a lot easier, too.
I think so. Mine can stick around, yeah. Mine really can stick around in a little folder in my brain.
Compartmentalize. All the little Hannah's running around Hannah's brain trying to find the crush.
All caps crush folder. And it's super thin.
So yeah, we'll keep y'all updated on that journey. It's already been crazy.
I'm fucking scared.
It's scary.
If y'all can hear that,
that's the ghost of Christmases past. Look at her belly, bro. Please get her picture. Oh my God, I'll put it right here.
Gorgeous cat belly. Period. Billy. Okay. Lovely. She's a lovely kid.
I love that baby.
Okay. Look, I'm not done talking about dating apps and all that stuff. That's going to constantly be coming up with all of our episodes because this is fucking scary and it's a battlefield. But since we're doing like Halloween stuff, I did want to bring up grotesquierie a little bit because we decided to start watching that. And I just don't like it's a fucking, I don't like it's.
I'm confused.
Yeah, because it's like, I just don't understand what you want me to take from this show, I think is what's going on. There's so many different like plot lines and like tunnels to go down that I don't know what the purpose is and what's going on. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. We were on episode 3 or 4?
Yeah, the one where Travis Kelce and I forgot what her name is. What's the main detective's name?
You say Nash, something like that. I don't know what her name is. It's like Lois something. I think
Lois. That's what it was. Trigon or something.
Tryon. Yeah, Lois Tryon.
They just drove off in a red
getaway car.
What is the thing called?
It's a Mustang.
No. Convertible. Yeah, it might be a Mustang, but the word I was looking for was convertible.
Yes, it was
Wrong
a
word.
Sexy yawn boring. Yeah, it was a sexy red convertible.
Yeah,
very
same
nice.
kind of car that I'm pretty sure he drove off Taylor Swift in. So I think that was a little thing.
Yeah,
but the
we're
way
just
that
fucking
it
around.
like this, it's so gruesome. Like, and it's like gory too. Like it shows you stuff, and then they're just driving into the sunset with like music playing. What?
Right, and it's like interesting
So
introduction to this
like
character.
Grease.
Yeah. Everybody's just freaky in their own way.
So I'm real confused by what's going on.
Yeah.
Also been watching. Were you not talking about that?
I don't even know what you're talking about right now.
Well, I was going to change the subject, but I didn't know if you had more to say about grotesque.
No, I don't. I just what the fuck. That's my response.
That was
to
your
grotesque.
response?
What the fuck?
I've been watching Yellowjackets.
I wrote that down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still haven't picked back up because you said it was only just one season on Netflix right now.
Yeah. Can Netflix stop
What's up,
doing
Netflix?
that?
You
Give me it
already
all.
had my attention.
Yeah.
I'm already paying you money. Give me what I want.
It might be the network that owns it is like, I'm going to give them a season, so then if they want to watch season 2, they're going to come over here.
And let me guess, is it Showtime or Stars?
It's Showtime.
Fuck you guys.
Showtime.
I fucking hate both of them.
AMC's doing the same thing. They put one season of Interview with the Vampire on Netflix, but not the second. Yep.
Okay. So we're just being mean. We're just being mean.
Yeah.
Cool.
But 2 queer show recommendations for y'all that are kind of spooky around this time of year.
Yeah.
So you're so welcome, because I know all of you gays are here. I know.
One thing about this pod
Yeah.
is pretty gay.
There's a reason that Lauren is so popular.
Because she's gay.
Yeah, and she's like...
She's the gay.
She's like a lesbian. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
she's
saying?
like that, like... she's just like right near the cusp of the millennial gay too, and it's like it's just like that flavor of gay. That's what she is.
Lauren's little gay sprinkle.
She likes sprinkles.
She does. Yeah, for all you Lauren fans, Lauren loves sprinkles.
Lauren likes sprinkles, so
a lot. But Yellowjackets. Okay, so I don't know what's going on with that either. So I'll give you all a little synopsis if you haven't watched it, because it's been behind a paywall for a long time. But it's like, if any of y'all watched The Wilds, it's kind of similar to The Wilds.
That really had a grip on Lauren and I for like back in 2020, and then got canceled. But yeah, it really had a grip on us.
That was really good until it got canceled.
yeah.
But it's this soccer team, and the name of the team is the Yellowjackets. They crash, I want to say, not on an island, just in the woods somewhere, because it gets really cold.
Stranded.
Not that islands don't get cold too sometimes. But yeah, they're stranded. But it seems like, so what I thought was going to happen was they were going to start eating each other out of necessity.
Yeah. Well, that's what happened in that actual, like...
Yeah, that actual, like, was it a rugby team?
Yeah.
And, like, that would have been fair. Like, you have to do what you got to do. But it's seeming like it's going, like, a supernatural route.
For real?
Yeah. And I'm...
Shocker.
Yeah. And I wasn't expecting that at all. And it kind of goes back and forth. So it shows them as teenagers, like, in the woods trying to survive. And they're there for a long time. Like, it tells you right off the bat that they're there for, like, 1.5 years. So you know it's long. No. And there's
you start to think that that's the life you're just gonna live.
Yeah. And the fact that they were like doing it is crazy, because I think I would have just killed myself maybe.
Well,
like, I wouldn't want anybody to have to find me though. I'd give it some time. That
type of thing I would. If it was like apocalyptic, I've told you that I'm like, I just don't think I could.
I think I'm more likely to try to make it in an apocalypse.
There are some things that I need. And I just don't.
Kindle.
God, I can't live without a fucking Kindle.
Seriously.
Well, I was actually like a crazy person. I was thinking my eyes first, like my glasses. If I lose my glasses, I'm done.
We'd
I'm
have to
fucking
find.
done. You guys would have to just. I'd have to use random glasses we found.
That's what I was saying. We'd have to find like contact like samples and just figure
to
out
rate the
which
store.
ones you can see
Yeah.
with eventually because your
Things
prescription
like that I'm
changes.
thinking of. It's like I'm not like for survival stuff. It's like certain people like me like things you just need in this world. Like
My gluten thing. Oh my god,
dude, it's.
I'd be like, does this have gluten in it? And we're starving. Do we have like the gluten-free bread or just the regular?
We're like the dairy-free people, like who literally cannot, and they're like, this must have oat milk. Okay.
Facts, yeah. Do you actually have any oat milk for this? In the middle of the apocalypse.
Anyways,
Yeah,
supernatural.
so my thing would be like living in the woods. I think I would not be able to return to society and be normal, and that would become an issue for me. Whereas the apocalypse, I'd be like, now nobody has to be normal. I'm gonna do what I want. And I don't know what I would do at that point. Probably Mad Max that shit.
Wow.
I'd probably start speeding. Ooh, I would speed. I was just talking about this the other day. I was like, I wish
she'd be the fastest.
I could just get a straight line, like a highway, to just fly on.
Yeah.
No cops. It's fine. No one else is gonna be there for sure. I can just go as fast as I want for like 20 miles.
She's supposed to be on that road.
Go crazy. Yeah, I know that would feel so good. I love roller coasters too. I feel like it's the same thing. Yeah, I saw a picture of Charles Leclerc the other day, and I was like, that neck is thick, buddy. The way that they have to hold their heads up, he's a Formula 1 driver.
That force, like when they're turned, like all of that, it's like, oh my god, the muscles you're working in there is actually insane.
It was a picture of him with his girlfriend, and I literally looked and I was like, his neck is as thick as her fucking waist. That's crazy, because he has the world's skinniest girlfriend and the world's thickest neck.
Jeez, his neck could break the body.
I swear.
Yeah. So
remember when your family had that created that race car in the basement?
Yeah.
Out of like chairs and, and boxes.
Well, like there was they got the steering wheel. So like there's with the pedals and everything, and then I never sat in that.
Never? I don't think I did either.
No.
It was so, like, you'd be wanting to do anything and just go down there and somebody be in that goddamn race car. Yeah. You couldn't watch Fleabag or nothing.
Fuck, I'm gonna restart that. Said that last time I need to watch that. It is.
For some Fleabag. If y'all haven't seen Fleabag, please watch Fleabag. The show is so good. It's more of a Christmas one, I feel like, though. Like, you know what? Autumn.
Do you know what other show is really, really good that I've been watching?
I feel like I'm not gonna like what you're about to say because of your body language. What?
The Crown.
Oh my god. I don't know why you've been getting so weird about this. Every time she brings up The Crown, she's like, The Crown.
So, like I'm watching it again, like guys. The Crown. I never finished it.
I have not given you shit once.
I know.
So this body language is unwarranted.
It's from me. I'm finally. I never finished it, and all 6 seasons are out. So I think I was afraid to tackle it all because of Princess Diana. Obviously, it's gonna talk about her death.
Because her death is still hitting you so hard.
I wasn't even alive when it happened. Right? She died a year before we were alive.
We never overlapped.
It just sucks
Diana.
the way that it was. That's all that. That's what I'm saying. Like accidents like that, it just fucking sucks. So yeah.
It does. Is Meghan Markle in that show? Like, did it show them grow?
I don't know yet. I saw a picture of the young Kate and William they had on a little preview, but I haven't finished season 6 yet. So
that's kind of weird at that point. To have people that are still alive and kicking, have actors be them. It's like giving SNL, but serious.
It is super serious, yeah.
Speaking of SNL, I've had that Domingo thing stuck in my head. Direct from Domingo. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Is that from what's her face?
Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's like, here I am now, here direct from Domingo. But there's so much. My brain has just been doing the Domingo part over and over.
Yeah, I've been there.
Little stem.
I've been there. And you can't stop it.
You can't stop it. What else did I put down for this episode? We've been trying something new out where I've been writing down all the stuff that I've been thinking about. I saw this.
We've just been tackling shows.
And I forgot about it already. But they changed the alphabet.
What do you mean?
The song that they play for children to help them remember the alphabet is different now.
The tune?
I want to look it up real quick, but I don't know what'll happen if I play audio on my laptop, which is recording, so you might have to look it up. But also, Love is Blind.
Yeah.
I have a lot to say about Love is Blind.
I have only watched... I'm doing horrible. It's because The Crown has taken my entire life, and I can't seem to watch any other show except we did the
That feels good when
grotesquierie.
something gets a grip on you.
Well, it really has, and I'm like, I'm gonna finish it too. All seasons are out, and they're like, I'm on the last season, so it's like I'm gonna feel good once I accomplish it. But I only watched the first episode of Love is Blind and was already like, whew.
Well, it was so different than what I expected. So, like, first of all, I have to talk about Ramses, because Ramses is about to piss me off. I thought for sure that I was going to like him. Like, I was digging him at first. When he brought up that condom issue, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And I was like, I have to talk about this on the podcast.
The fuck?
Yes. So I've talked about this already on the podcast, but I'm coming off birth control, and the havoc it is wreaking on my body is crazy, okay? It's affecting my hair texture. It's affecting my armpits. It's affecting, obviously, my period. I've had, since I went off birth control, I've had, 4 periods, and it's been way too long to be having 4 periods. Acne.
Yeah, everything is just kind of, the whole system out of whack. Essentially,
it messes you up. And
what did you say earlier? About that. An atomic bomb just drops. Yeah.
Yes, an atomic bomb in your freaking body.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
Anyway, she didn't want to go on birth control because of what I'm talking about, where it just isn't good for you. It's just not that good for you.
Yeah.
If that's what you need to do, I'm not telling anybody not to do birth control, but for me, the havoc it wreaked on my body is not worth ever going through that again. So, him being he said he didn't want kids, and she did want kids, which immediately that's off kilter.
With something like that, you guys, you can't actually get very far.
And he was like, I do not want kids. And she was like, okay. And he was like, so you need to go on birth control. And she was like, I'm not going to be going on birth control because of these reasons, which are perfectly valid. You're going to have to wear a condom. The way he was such a baby about that was immediately I would have been like, do not marry him. If that's how he's going to act, because you don't want to do that to your body. I would
have had such a hard time not getting super pissed off at him right then and there and been like, okay, well, you can just walk out the door then. Okay, then we're done.
And he was like, babe, the way that I was like, he said, babe, sex feeling good is just so important, and it just doesn't, feel good with I just don't enjoy it with the condom on.
Only we have.
You motherfucker. I was like, leave! And I was like, the way that you have to pretend like his feelings are valid about this is crazy.
And that's wild to me. That's why I'm saying I would have been like, we can't. This is not. We're stopped here. And there's no more road for us.
So I'm just going to spoil it real quick.
Yeah.
You don't care, do you?
No, man. I'm going to watch that because that's just absurd.
She doesn't leave him. They continue to bicker. And she's like, when I'm going through certain things, I don't want to be touched as much. And he I
hear you.
After she's saying this, and I will give them the benefit of the doubt that I know that these reality TV shows give weird edits sometimes.
Super weird edits.
Completely the most touchy hug a person can give, wraps himself around her, it's breathing in her ear,
inhales her entire,
and it's I just love you so much, baby, it's okay, trying to comfort her from the argument being that she didn't want to be touched that much right then. And I was like, what the fuck are we doing? And it seemed to me she always kind of let him have the upper hand, and I was like, this is absurd because you so have it.
Poor
this guy is such a bum. Oh my god. And he gave her shit about her military service too, and I understood what his stance on it, but he had no empathy for people joining the military, which there's so much nuance to the military. You cannot just blanket statement because you're a leftist, everyone who joins the military is a piece of shit. 'Cause it's not true. And anytime you get into a blanket statement like that, you've gone too far with something. You know what I mean?
I understand that.
And there's you can talk about certain things and be all cops are complacent, because that's true, but you have to understand the nuance of how people end up in certain situations, and education levels, culture, where you're from. There's so many things to all of these things. There's empathy for everybody, and should be.
Yeah, everybody's background is so individualistic that how they got to where they are is not gonna be the same as you in any way.
And you have to be willing to listen and not just argue your point. And you could tell when she was talking about, because she had honestly kind of agreed with him on some of the stuff that, how the military does certain things that are kind of unethical.
Mm-hmm.
And she was agreeing with him and being yeah, but I don't I still support the troops and like the people that I know and like so I understood where she was coming from.
She has
and
a personal connection to the people in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Started crying and was like, I just feel really judged right now. And I was like, this guy is a bum. And then he ended up leaving her. He ended up coming to her and being like, I just don't think I can get married. She crumbled. The way she like cried and like called her mom, it was like, it hurts so much. I was like, you dodged a bullet. Like, I understand why you're hurting and like just wanting to get married so bad.
Into that, yeah. So then she just is heartbroken.
Yeah. So I'm excited for you to see that.
I don't like that for her at all. These people are gonna piss me the fuck off. Oh
I'm so bad at names with reality TV shows too. I remember Ramses because his name is so unique.
It was different from everybody else.
I think her name was Melissa Miranda or something. I'll put her name on the screen. I'll figure it out. I really did like her a lot though. Like she was I liked her personality a lot. I feel for her a lot with what she went through because girl, you could have done better than him. I would have gone with Bodon if I were you. Bodon. He was cute too.
Damn.
I went and followed him on Instagram.
Oh,
the way that he handled the like her ending things with him was so like sweet. I was like, he's getting an Instagram follow.
Well done, sir.
Not Ramses though.
Oh, fuck that. You pissed me the fuck off. God, that's so fucking annoying.
And then the stuff with Nick and Hannah. Okay.
That is fucking wild to me. I have not watched the show obviously except the first episode, but I've seen some TikToks. Like and I was just like,
it's so confusing because on one hand, I do understand where Hannah's coming from. I do. Mm-hmm. Like she was upset that he like still lived with his family and like wasn't paying his own bills and stuff, which I kind of get because he's 28, but also like you're mad at him because he has a loving family. Like it is frustrating maybe for him to not know those things, but the way that she just shat on him, she was so mean. And, like, he did not deserve for her to be that mean to him and just belittling constantly. Yeah. And the way she would be like, I turned you from a boy to a man. I was like, girl, like, there's... And I liked her a lot. Mm-hmm. So, like, I was kind of feeling conflated. Because I think she was getting a lot of, like, conflated is not a word, I don't think. Conflicted. Because she was getting, like, you could tell she kind of liked him, but she didn't respect him at all. Yeah. And I was like that, at this point, like, you're just being a bully.
Well, right then and there, if there's no respect, then you guys, this is not an equal partnership.
Right.
There needs to be mutual respect.
Of some form. Yeah. Because, like, was he being a little bit of a man-child? Yeah.
Yes, very much.
Did he embarrass her with that woman on the beach with the ducks? Yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about? Did you see that part?
I can't wait to see that. I don't know what you're talking about.
He did do some embarrassing shit, but, like, did he deserve to be, like, just berated that way? I don't think so. No. But I understood where they were both kind of coming from at times. But damn, she was mean. And the two couples, I won't tell you who, like, does get married, but two couples do get married.
Through all the way.
And they actually, I really did like both of those couples a lot.
Okay.
I was really rooting for them.
We got two people that stuck it out.
Can I ask you something, though?
Yeah.
Because I was kind of confused. There was an argument that happened in that show, and I was like, am I weird? Because I wouldn't be bothered by this at all.
Okay. Personal
and
question.
And it was like, it wasn't anything, like, horrible, but... So, this girl was... Obviously, it's all straight relationships, hetero relationships.
Yeah.
She found out that her guy she was with, and they were, like, perfect, no problems. Like, they really didn't have any problems. They were really good at communicating all their stuff, were very loving and sweet to each other. You could tell there was a lot of respect.
You're really setting this up. Okay.
They got in a fight because she found out that he had queer friends. Mm-hmm. I don't know if they were men or women or what. Mm-hmm. It has to have been women because he donated sperm to them to have a baby. Okay. And they have a baby that's his baby, but, like, they're raising it. Like, he's not the dad.
Yeah, like, he provided the sperm and DNA and all that so they could actually make the child because they don't have those parts.
Yeah, biologically.
Yeah. So.
And she was so mad that he, like, didn't tell her that sooner. Like, it would have, like, changed something. Yeah. And for me, I don't think that would bother me that much.
That wouldn't bother me at all. And I also would actually respect that person a little bit. I was like, you must have thought about that. You were helping your friends out. Like, yeah, that doesn't bother me at all. And then I would also like to meet the friends.
Yeah, well, I would want to meet the kid, too. But, like, that's not his kid.
Yeah.
He gave his seed.
He's a buddy that helped the buddy out.
On the way. Yeah. But I guess, like, I don't know. I'm wondering if that has to do with, like, religion, because she was kind of religious. Okay. And, like, I don't know,
Well, that's when it's, like, it's kind of hard to think with a hetero brain. because I don't have it.
Yeah.
I will say. So it's like, it's weird that you're bothered by it. I do think it's weird if somebody is bothered by that. But then I guess I need to ask some people. I'm going to ask some people I know. I'm gonna bust that question out.
See about it?
Yeah, I'll ask people in the family.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought about it. If it was like my dad, I think I would feel weird. Like if I was going to have a sibling that wasn't my sibling. So maybe that's what they were thinking was like, I'm going to have a kid with this person because they wanted kids. And like they're going to have a sibling that's like not actually their sibling. So I wonder if that was weird. But I think if I grew up, like now I would feel weird if I had a sibling that wasn't my sibling. But would I really? I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm really thinking. I'm just like, weird is not even the right word. It would be like, And then like, that's it.
Yeah.
I think, truly.
Did you hear about that sperm donor that has like 70 kids?
Sure fucking did.
That's kind of cool though. That'd be cool to have that many siblings, even if you didn't like know them all. Just be like, what are all my little spawnlings doing out in the world?
Spawnlings. That's a weird word.
I'm gonna put my shit on, do not disturb.
That got both of us.
That's a text from my mother. What else did I do this week? Still the dating apps. Liam.
How you guys feeling?
I devastated. Hey, that was the first celebrity death that has really
Our generation
hit me in the stomach, dude. And I had such complicated feelings about it because, like, that morning I was liking, like, and I never liked anything that's, like, genuinely hateful, but I was liking, like, tweets talking about, or not tweets, TikToks talking about, like, what, like, the allegations against him were. And I do believe that he definitely did a lot of the stuff she's talking about, if not all of it. Mm-hmm. But, that shouldn't have been, like, a death sentence.
Yeah.
So it's, like, that makes me wonder how I feel about, like, the whole culture of just, nobody deserves for 1 million people to be dogging on them at one time.
Yeah.
And, like, that would be so heavy and difficult. And, like, I'm not saying, like, that's what happened.
Yeah.
But it is seeming like he was, like, really going through it with that stuff, went out on a bender and ended up taking his life.
Yeah.
Which is so, like, and then it's, like, there's so many complicated feelings about why is that how you chose to handle it, and then who am I to say how to handle it?
Well, that's I think he was a very sick person.
Yeah,
like I think he was very sick, and not saying like he like that excuses
the behavior,
right?
Yeah.
But it's like, yeah, he got stuck in a fucking hole.
But it's also like, one of those things too, where, like,
rehab and stuff like
the
that
amount
too.
of empathy for him now that he's dead, that people are having, where it's like if he hadn't have died that day and instead just had the bender, made a big scene, and lived through it, the way that we would not have empathy for that at all.
No.
So it's like, that's like a whole thing with drug addiction. That's like a whole thing with how redeemable are people. Like, what mistakes can you make and come back from?
Yeah. Just with drug addiction. Austin was talking about something. Roommate Austin was talking about some award show. I can't remember what it was, but it was about Robert Downey Jr. This was forever ago, 80s or 90s, I think. Okay, how long ago he had like a drug problem, right? But he's been sober since, and they like brought it up or said something, and it was like it probably is like, okay, like we don't have to keep bringing it up now.
That he's been sober.
No, just continuously bringing it up. Not even if it's just about the sobriety. If it's just about like, oh, he was addicted to this, anything. Just like how long it's been. Do you get what I'm saying? Up? Just that he had the
that he had a problem to begin with.
Yeah, or that like, and it's like, does that continuously bother him? Like, is like that even helpful for somebody if they're just like constantly be thrown in their like face? And I don't know, man. Just thinking out loud here.
I think that's one of the things that comes with, like, not that it should, but like it objectively is something that comes with being in the public eye. Is like everything you ever do
kind of constantly
is going to follow you.
Yeah,
and it's like all recorded. Everyone remembers. And it's really sad because, like, Liam, One Direction was so important to so many girls and women.
Yeah, specifically.
And, like, of course, now most of us are grown up. And it's like that was our first crushes. That was honestly our first, like, experience with seeing boys, like, interact with each other. I grew up with only women. My dad didn't live with us, and I didn't have brothers. And they were always so nice to each other. Like, they would, like, kind of banter, but it was, like, a display of not toxic masculinity that you just got to see all the time. And they had, like, a respect for... I felt like they respected me as, like, a fan. Like, I never felt belittled by them. And they were on such a pedestal for me for so long. And then have one of them die.
The way that he did as well, yeah.
Yeah. And it was like finding out that, like, a very serious, like, years-long crush that you had when you were a kid passed away.
Yeah.
Brought me to my knees. Like, I was like, that's crazy. I cried over it a little bit.
Well, you're making me water a little bit.
That's sad.
It is sad.
I was listening to their old songs, and I was like, nothing is ever going to be the same. Because, like, those were such comfort songs for me, too. I've talked about One Direction on here before. I love One Direction.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what the other guys are going through, too. Especially Niall, because he saw him last.
Yeah. Yeah.
Huge bummer.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pour one out for Liam this weekend. And I'm going to listen to some One Direction songs.
Yeah, I'll probably put some on. I was never a huge, but, like, obviously, I was at that age with everybody else and experiencing it, whether I was super involved with it or not. Like, everybody knows that, so
yeah,
I don't know how this death wouldn't impact just about anybody around our age.
I will say I hate why this is happening. I hate that one of them had to pass away, but the One Direction renaissance that's happening right now, like all the clips on my TikTok, and like my friend Katie had like commented and said that she thought of me first because me and her would bond over it, and I was like, I thought of you because this sucks. But like all the funny clips and stuff that I have forgotten about, and like the deep lore with One Direction, I'm still eating it up. Like there was this prank they pulled on them where this woman pretended to go into labor, and for some reason they were the only ones in the room, and like it was so funny because Niall did not care at all. Like if y'all have seen this video, the way Harry was freaking out bad. Harry was like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? Like on the phone with this woman's husband.
A serious
it was like,
fucking thing.
And Liam's on the phone, and he's like, she wants her green cardigan at the hospital, like talking to this woman's husband. And Niall's literally like on the couch just watching everything happen. Like sometimes he tries to help. They interviewed him like last year about it.
Yeah.
And he was like, I knew there wasn't no way.
She was like, that
real.
smelled wrong right when she walked in.
He was like, no one else is there. Bunch of dudes. This woman is like sitting with us for some reason. He was like, I knew that woman was not really in labor. He did not give a shit at all, which would have been so funny if it did turn out to be real. But he said he was 100%
He would
sure.
have felt really bad, wouldn't he?
Yeah, that baby actually comes out.
Damn, I look like a dick not helping you out. I'm so sorry.
And then it showed the episode of on TikTok, the iCarly episode that had One Direction.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
I forgot about that.
And he was talking about how Zayn has chemistry with everyone. Like the way he was looking at Sam when she was talking about her butter sock, he was like, a sock for the butt with those dark lashes. Oh my god, to be a girl when One Direction was at their prime. I'm so glad. I'm so glad that I was in that. I'm so sorry that you weren't.
Yeah. Experiences. They're so interesting.
You had not One Direction. You had Ed Sheeran though.
I was just such a pretentious little child.
We were just talking about Ed Sheeran too.
Yeah.
What's with him not getting a new outfit in the past 12 years?
Yeah. I'm all for comfortability. Actually, you could like look at my outfit since I was a child, and I'm like, I'm always gonna dig some jeans and a t-shirt. Like
yeah,
I'm always
that's all he ever wears.
Taking t-shirts and jeans
and some
but
big
I
ass
also
titties.
like having like sauce and flair, a little pizzazz.
Yeah.
So
he's really committed to that haircut as well.
Yeah.
You like what you like?
Yeah.
But if he was a woman,
I still like.
how would that be going over for him?
I know people.
And what standards should we be holding people to?
That came up years ago when he was performing with Beyonce and they were singing
and she
Perfect.
Looked beautiful.
Actually,
and he
perfect.
Looked
He's
like
just chilling in his t-shirt and jeans. Yeah, and it's like you can be comfy, but it's also like you didn't want to dress up for Beyonce.
kind of disrespectful.
Babe, I think it is actually.
If I'm meeting Beyonce, I'm putting on my best fit.
If some woman is getting ready to sing this song with me with the most beautiful voice ever, I'm gonna look as beautiful as I can for her.
Yep.
What are we doing? Why are we not presenting ourselves with, like, this goes back to the dating apps. It's like, come on, take care of yourself.
Yeah. Well, so many of them, too. That's another thing with the dating apps, circling back to the dating apps.
Well, this is how we're going to end. We told you we were going to talk about this nonstop.
The way conservatives be swiping on me, stop.
Well,
never.
That's fucking rude. And it's like, also, how dare you? With
Also,
Megan's
you're
pictures
proud,
and how she looks.
You're
Fuck
proud.
off.
You're proud enough to put that on your profile, conservative. Get out.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me.
And then the ones that, like, are
I'm
gonna be
jump
complaining.
scare if I see any non-binary women with that. That's gonna jump scare me.
There has been some. I've seen at least one.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, what are we doing? I forget I live in Kentucky.
Yep. And the way some of them be complaining in their bio, they'll be like,
in the bio?
Yes.
Guys.
Or they'll be given, like, first of all, you swipe, you see the most mid-looking dude you've ever seen in your life. If not worse than mid.
Yeah.
And the comments are like, don't even swipe if you're not willing to cook, clean. Left.
It's
who's
crazy
swiping right
that
on
those
you?
people are real.
Who
and
is
they
swiping
are.
right? Who? Stand up. Hey, stand up. What are we talking about? Literally. Or they like, ugh. Yeah, they get so like, this is the requirements. You have to do this if you don't want to do this, if you don't want to do that. Humble yourself.
I can't imagine putting that on my fucking resume. That I was like, don't even bother fucking swiping if you can't cook me a fucking meal.
I don't want to cook you a meal, and I wouldn't let you touch me with a 10-foot pole.
I just don't want a meal.
Swiping right on you.
And if you are you well?
Oh, no.
Right.
And I'm like, does everyone on here actually get swipes? Like, and the way some of these men, too. In this day and age, I know you know someone with a nice iPhone. I know you do. So why is your picture got 6 pixels? What are we talking about?
That's why I was like, some of these photos I don't want to take on my phone because my camera's a bit ass.
Better than Hannah. Some of these were, I was like, did you take it in 2008?
You used an iPhone 4.
Maybe. And like some of them could be getting their age wrong. They're like, I don't know why it says on this age. And I'm like, oh, so you're stupid. Left. Oh, so you can't figure out how to fix it.
I was like, this is not that hard of an app. Like, they make things so simple for you to understand.
Yeah, because there's people like that operating the app. Yeah. Oh, Lord. Pray for us, please. Manifest for us. We did a tarot reading yesterday. It looked promising for me.
Oh, my God. It was so promising for me. It was just very, like, it was like it just was very humbling.
It was... Yeah.
It's just a humbling experience.
Mine told me that things are on the up and up.
Mine will be on the up and up.
Hernus did say that they will be on the up and up.
Yeah.
But right now, it was giving you some harsh advice.
One of them literally used the word sad, and one of them was sad.
Yeah, that was uncomfortable.
For you and me both.
All right, well, I don't have nothing else to talk about. I'm ready to wrap this bitch up.
Yeah, I can do the quote. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We did.
Go vote November 5th in the state of Kentucky.
Yes. I can't wait.
Not for Donald Trump.
I'm going to wear my cute little jumpsuit.
Period.
Yeah.
I'll wear my overalls.
Period. Okay, here we go for the quote. Are you ready? Looks like you read it.
I did not.
Okay.
I saw who it was, though.
This was just not that long ago, back in July, with our friend Alyssa. And she said, I mean a real fucking charred dog. I think we were talking about how we liked our
food.
Something like that. Yeah, we were just something about campfire. I can't remember.
So funny. We actually just got to see her. Like, was that last week?
2 weeks ago,
hung out with her, and Alyssa's so funny. Sometimes you can catch her in the comments, but we'll see.
So I had to say that, man. I mean a real fucking charred dog.
Yep, that'll do it.
Love a good dog. Thought that was pretty good too at the beginning of our episode with our ketchup and mustard.
You had a hot dog on.
Yeah,
not a real charred one. All right, we'll see you guys.
Hope you guys
not next
enjoy
Wednesday, but the Wednesday after.
Much love. Toodles.